なんだ。
In the distant future, humanity has been driven to near extinction by giant beasts known as Klaxosaurs, forcing the surviving humans to take refuge in massive fortress cities called plantations. Children raised here are trained to pilot giant mechas known as Franks, the only weapon known to be effective against the Klaxosaurs in boy-girl pairs. Bred for the sole purpose of piloting these machines, these children know nothing of the outside world and are only able to prove their existence by defending their race. Hiro, an aspiring Franks pilot, has lost his motivation and self-confidence after failing an aptitude test. Skipping out on his class's graduation ceremony, Hiro retreats to a forest lake where he encounters a mysterious girl with 2 horns growing out of her head. She introduces herself by her codename 02, which is known to belong to an infamous Franks pilot known as the Partner Killer. Before Hiro can digest the encounter, the plantation is rocked by a sudden Klaxosaur attack. 02 engages the creature in her Franks but is heavily damaged in the skirmish and crashes near Hiro. Finding her partner dead, 02 invites Hiro to pilot the mecha with her, and the duo easily defeats the Klaxosaur in the ensuing fight. With a new partner by his side, Hiro has been given a chance at redemption for his past failures. But at what cost? Japan 2039. 10 years after the outbreak of the apocalypse virus, an event solemnly regarded as Lost Christmas, the once proud nation has fallen under the rule of the GHQ, an independent military force dedicated to restoring order. Funeral Parlor, a guerrilla group led by the infamous guy Tsutsugami, acts as a freedom fighters, offering the only resistance to GHQ's cruel despotism. Idori Yuzuriha, a key member of Funeral Parlor, runs into the weak and unsociable Shu Oma during a crucial operation which results in him obtaining the power of kings, an ability which allows the wielder to draw out the manifestations of an individual's personality or voids. Now an unwilling participant in the struggle against GHQ, Shu must learn to control his newfound power if he is to help take back Japan once and for all. Guilty Crown follows the action-packed story of a young high school student who is dragged into war, possessing an ability that will help him uncover the secrets of the GHQ, Funeral Parlor, and Lost Christmas. However, he will soon learn that the truth comes at a far greater price than he could have ever imagined. Humans have designed countless worlds, each one born from the unique imagination of its creator. Sota Mizushino is a high school student who aspires to be such a creator by writing and illustrating his own light novel. One day, while watching anime for inspiration, he is briefly transported into a fierce fight scene. When he returns to the real world, he realizes something is amiss. The anime's headstrong heroine, Celestia Yupitilia, has somehow returned with him. Before long, other fictional characters appear in the world, carrying the hopes and scars of their home. A princely knight, a magical girl, a ruthless brawler, and many others now crowd the streets of Japan. However, the most mysterious one is a woman in full military regalia, dubbed Gunpuku no Himegimi, who knows far more than she should about the creator's world. Despite this, no one knows her true name or the world she is from. Meanwhile, Sota and Celicia work together with Meteora Österreich, a calm and composed librarian NPC, to uncover the meaning behind these unnatural events. With powerful forces at play, the once clear line between reality and imagination continues to blur, leading to a fateful meeting between creators and those they created. A Equipped with cutting-edge weaponry and specialized troops, a private military organization named Mithril strives to extinguish the world's terrorism and all threats to peace on Earth. The organization is powered by the Whispered, individuals who possess intuitive knowledge and the remarkable ability to create powerful devices and machinery. 17-year-old Sosuke Sagara, a surgeon working for Mithril, has been assigned to protect Kaname Chidori, a Whispered candidate. He is ordered to join her high school class and be as close to her as possible to prevent her from falling into enemy hands. That is, if he can safely blend in with their fellow classmates without revealing his true identity. Sosuke, who was raised on a battlefield and has very little knowledge of an average high school student's lifestyle, must adapt to a normal school life to safeguard Kaname. However, enemy forces have already begun making their move, and Sosuke is about to find out that the adversary coming for the Whispered girl may be a lot more familiar than he expects.
目標対象確認。予定通りファーストフェーズを開始する。
In the distant future, mankind's dependence on fossil fuels will lead to their complete depletion, an energy crisis unlike anything the world witnessed. Out of retaliation and fear, humanity began focusing on an alternative source of energy: solar power. Different nations have united together to form three major factions: the Union of Solar Energy and Free Nations, the Advanced European Union, and the Human Reform League. Each of these sectors has access to solar power generator, which gives them limitless energy. As a result, countries that were once dependent on the sale of fossil fuels are now plunged into poverty, leading to years of warfare and internal strife over the control of solar energy. Amid the chaos, an unknown paramilitary organization appeared, identifying themselves as Celestial Being. They aspire to end all warfare through armed interventions by using mysterious and technologically advanced mobile suits known as Gundams. In the backwater town of Belforest lives a 14-year-old boy named Renton Thursson. He desires to leave his home behind and join the mercenary group known as Gecko State, hoping to find some adventure to brighten up his mundane life. However, stuck between his grandfather's insistence to become a mechanic like him and the pressure of his deceased father's legacy, the only excitement Renton finds is his pastime of riding the tropical wave particles that are dispersed throughout the air, an activity akin to surfing. Everything changes when an unknown object crashes through Renton's garage, discovered to be a light-finding operation, a robot capable of riding the tropical waves, specifically known as the Nirvash Type 0. Its pilot is a young girl named Eureka, a member of the Gecko State who requests a tune-up for the Nirvash. Their meeting sparks the beginning of Renton's involvement with the Gecko State as he takes off alongside Eureka as the co-pilot of the Nirvash. In the not-so-distant future, mankind has advanced to a state where complete body transplants from flesh to machine is possible. This allows for great increases in both physical and cybernetic prowess and blurring the lines between the two worlds. However, criminals can also make full use of such technology, leading to new and sometimes very dangerous crimes. In response to such innovative new methods, the Japanese government has established Section 9, an independently operating police unit which deals with such highly sensitive crimes. Led by Daisuke Aramaki and Motoko Kusanagi, Section 9 deals with such crimes over the entire social spectrum, usually with success. However, when faced with a new A-level hacker nicknamed the Laughing Man, the team is thrown into a dangerous cat and mouse game, following the hacker's trail as it leaves its mark on Japan. In the year 2015, the world stands on the brink of destruction. Humanity's last hope lies in the hands of NERV, a special agency under the United Nations and their Evangelions, giant machines capable of defeating the angels who herald Earth's ruin. Gendo Ikari, head of the organization, seeks compatible pilots who can synchronize with the Evangelions and realize their true potential. Aiding in this defensive endeavor are talented personnel Misato Katsuragi, head of the tactical operations, and Ritsuko Akagi, chief scientist. Face to face with his father for the first time in years, 14-year-old Shinji Ikari's average life is irreversibly changed when he is whisked away into the depths of NERV and into a harrowing new destiny. He must become the pilot of Evangelion Unit 01 with the fate of mankind on his shoulders. Written by Hideki Anno, Neon Genesis Evangelion is a heroic tale of a young boy who will become a legend. But as this psychological drama unfolds, ancient secrets beneath the big picture begin to bubble to the surface. Shimon and Kamina were born and raised in a deep underground village hidden from the fabled surface. Kamina is a free-spirited, loose cannon bent on making a name for himself, while Shimon is a timid young boy with no real aspirations. One day, while excavating the earth, Shimon stumbles upon a mysterious object that turns out to be the ignition key to an ancient artifact of war, which the duo dubs Lagan. Using their new weapon, Shimon and Kamina fend off a surprise attack from the surface with the help of Yoko Littner, a hot-blooded redhead wielding a massive gun who wanders the world above. In the aftermath of the battle, the sky is now in plain view, prompting Shimon and Kamina to set off on a journey alongside Yoko to explore the wastelands of the surface. Soon they join the fight against the Beastmen, humanoid creatures that terrorize the remnants of humanity in powerful robots called gunmen. Although they face some challenges and setbacks, the trio bravely fights these new enemies alongside other survivors to reclaim the surface, while slowly unraveling a galaxy-sized mystery.
第三王子クロビスとして命じる新宿決闘を壊滅せよ
In the year 2010, the Holy Empire of Britannia is establishing itself as a dominant military nation, starting with the conquest of Japan. Renamed to Area 11 after its swift defeat, Japan has seen significant resistance against these tyrants in an attempt to regain independence. Lelouch Lamperouche, a Britannian student, unfortunately finds himself caught in a crossfire between the Britannian and the Area 11 rebel armed forces. He is able to escape, however, thanks to the timely appearance of a mysterious girl named Cece, who bestows upon him Gias, the power of kings. Realizing the vast potential of his newfound power of absolute obedience, Lelouch embarks upon a perilous journey as the masked vigilante known as Zero, leading a merciless onslaught against Britannia in order to get revenge once and for all. Thank you for watching my video about the top 10 mecha anime you need to watch. Make sure to smash like, subscribe and hit the bell for more anime videos. And I'll see you guys in the next one.